Hello everyone, Ember here, and welcome back to a new video. In this one, I'll be taking a look at a Hitmonchan deck for the Silver Series format. So initially, I thought about doing Cloth because, to be honest, like basic fighting type Pokemon paired up with Poison, like typically you want to be playing Cloth, right? But the issue I found with Cloth, at least initially, was just the fact that because Cloth has to be poisoned in order to get its full damage effect, that is very much reliant on you getting things like Brute Bonnet set up and stuff. And yeah, sure enough, I would like to revisit Cloth at some point with this format, but I think for the time being, I just wanted to give a different Pokemon a chance to shine, especially a Pokemon that probably hasn't had like a proper standard deck on YouTube or anything like that, which is, of course, Hitmonchan. So Hitmonchan has the ability Counter Attack, which says if this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, even if this Pokemon gets KO'd, put 3 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. So if your opponent happens to attack into you with a Budew, well then they get KO'd, which is really nice, but mainly it's just here to get an extra 30 damage. And then Excited Punch does 60 damage, and during your next turn, this Pokemon's Excited Punch does 60 more damage. Which doesn't sound like a lot of damage, to be honest, but we do have Brute Bonnet to inflict poison, and we also have Munkidori for a bit more self-healing. It's basically like just another counter attack, but you can just heal it from anywhere on the board, which is really cool. And then for other damage modifiers, we have, well, Hop's Choice Band for Hop's Cramorant, but we do also have Perilous Jungle to increase the poison damage in between turns. And then we also have Mochi, or Muchi, which says attacks used by this poison Pokemon do plus 40 damage. So initially, I thought about doing like a Vengeful Punch build. So if you don't know what Vengeful Punch is, it basically just says if this Pokemon card is attached to is knocked out, then put 4 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. And to be honest, I do think there is like a pseudo spread deck to be had out of Hitmonchan Vengeful Punch, still using Munkidori, of course. Like you could use stuff like where is it? Ting-Lu, if I get this thing to load. Please. Yeah, there we go. Ting-Lu. Okay, do I not own a Ting-Lu? I thought I did. This is weird. Ting-Lu? Load in, please. I don't own a Ting-Lu, apparently. Okay, this is weird. I thought I owned one of them. Not owned? Am I just spelling it wrong? Oh well, whatever. Like I thought I did. This is really weird. This is really annoying me, actually. Why do I not... No, that's his name, though. Alright. I'm not going to let this beat me. Right, where is it? I definitely own one of these Pokemon. Right, fighting type. Basic. And I can't actually remember what set it's from, but... Yeah, 98 cards should do it. Where is it? Okay, so Blood Moon Ursaluna actually is something else you could use while we're here. But where is it? Okay, Flamigo, that's another one actually you could use. Oh yeah, the Hawlucha is actually not a bad one. Hawlucha, the other one, can do a little bit of spread damage. Okay, so there's Claw. We may as well bring up Claw while we're here. So yeah, this guy would do 30 damage and then 190 if it was poisoned. But it still needs 2 colors, exactly like Hitmonchan. And you're only doing that extra damage if, you have the poison effect in. But where is Ting-Lu? I want this answered. I definitely have that Pokemon. Also, Onyx. Onyx could be quite fun, actually. I haven't thought about Onyx. Okidogi is probably just better than this. Basimium's basically just Flamigo anyway. Ralencanth, so we're still in the R Pokemon. Scroll down a bit. Sandy Shocks is not rubbish, actually. Like, the Slitherwing could sort of be its own thing, maybe. I spelled that right, surely. I know I didn't have, like, the middle thing, but, like, really? Okay, whatever. Ground Crasher. Okay, we finally got to Ting-Lu, everybody. So yeah, Ground Crasher does 30 damage, and if a Stadium card is in play, this attack also does 30 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. That's why I did this. That's why we went on a side quest, was to look at Ting-Lu. But yeah, you could use that card. There's also in Yveltal. Do I not own a Yveltal? Not owned. Load, please. There we go. So this Yveltal has the attack Corrosive Winds, which says put 2 damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon that already has damage counters on it. So it would be reliant on, you actually doing damage beforehand, but could be a solid option, especially since you need Dark Energy for Munkidori anyhow. But yeah, I'm kind of playing this as like a pseudo Budew stallish deck, and then Hitmonchan comes in and starts, Excited Punch for days. But, the poison build hasn't really been working out for me, truth be told. So I think I'm going to switch things up a bit again to like the Tinglu, Yveltal, Vengeful Punch spread deck because, of course you can't really use Perilous Jungle with Budew because it just, gets killed with all the poison. So, that's a bit of annoying in that sense. But to be honest, it has been fun. But yeah, I do think the deck needs changing up a little bit. But if you've got any advice for the Silver Series, then do let me know. Also, like, what's going on with A-Specs? Because I swear I've seen a post somewhere where someone mentioned like these were not supposed to be in the format, but I thought it was just Pokemon that had the max rarity of rares, so therefore it wouldn't apply to trainers, but maybe it was supposed to include A-Specs, which to be honest does make sense because I think Precious Trolley is probably like the best A-Spec in this format anyway. So like, yeah, either like Precious Trolley or Great Tree, but Precious Trolley seems to be used in every deck that's good. Like Wailord, Fraligator, for example, all use Precious Trolley, so yeah, it wouldn't be surprising actually if they removed A-Specs from this format, but we'll have to see. But yeah, that's been the hodgepodge of a video called a deck profile. But yeah, let me know what you think of like the Silver Series in general down below. Have you had any success with it? Would you like to see more decks from it? And yeah, thank you for watching. All right, okay, just going into my first turn here. Not sure I'm up against really. Looks like some style of dark deck, but yeah, we don't really have much going ourselves, to be honest. So I'm just going to have to use a boss's orders here to try and stall them out for just a little bit, I think. And then, yeah, put another fighting energy on Hitmonchan, or just one energy, I guess. And then, yeah, just end turn. And don't really have anything else, really, so hoping for... Okay, saved by the Arven, that's good. Okay, so use Arven, go grab probably the Precious Trolley if it's in deck. It's not, it's prized because of course it is. I'll take a... Yeah, I'll take a Mochi, I guess, why not? Take Mochi and I guess Nest Ball, although I kind of need an energy, right? So yeah, I'll take Earthen Vessel. And then I'll use Earthen Vessel to discard Perilous Jungle. And then I'll, yeah, just grab 2 fighting energy, I think. And after that, I don't think I'll bench Hitmonchan just because they might try the same sort of gust effect. I mean, I have 100 and I have like 90 HP left, but I think we should be fine. So yeah, I'll use Excited Punch, only doing 30, but next turn we'll do, 150, so that's absolutely fine. So yeah, a bit of a bummer that we did indeed prize the A-Spec, the Precious Trolley. But I think we should be okay, really. So my opponent can Thieving Swipe something, probably an energy, I would imagine, or a Hitmonchan. An energy or Hitmonchan, I'm guessing. A Hitmonchan, okay, fair dues. But yeah, we counterattack them. We are kind of running on life support though, like we don't have anything else. Crispin would have been good last turn, but not useful now. Literally can't do anything else with his hand, so I'm just going to use Excited Punch. So Purloin gets KO'd. We get a prize. But yeah, we do not have a lot of HP left, which is a wee bit concerning. We only have 60 hit points. So yeah, I'll go take a prize card here. Iono, I think I'll have to use Iono next turn just because his hand is not cooking whatsoever. It would be perfect if that had been the trolley, but yeah. So Glide for 20. I mean, Excited Punch does roll over next turn, I believe, so I will be able to just... Okay. This format's a bit sad. It is a bit sad. How much damage am I actually doing? 90? Yeah, that's enough. Poke for the wins, I guess. That's been a bit sad, actually. Today's been a sad day for recording games. Right, Precious Trolley one time. Is it Precious Trolley? No, it's just another Crispin. All right, okay. I had a lot of Crispin prize, I guess. A lot of Crispin prized. Okay, so going into this turn, we know that we don't have much, so what I'm going to have to do here is use Arven. Unfortunately, if we had actually had a Hitmonchan there, right, like we could have donked them, but sadly that's not going to happen. So get Precious Trolley, and I think, yeah, Ancient Booster Capsule will be fine. So then what I'm going to do here is we'll get Precious Trolley down. Can probably get like a bunch of other stuff. I would imagine we just need probably Brute Bonnet, and then I could get Budew this turn, I guess. Hitmonchan. Could get another Dunsparce. Could get Pokémon, actually. I might just get another Dunsparce, actually, for now. And then, sure, Munkidori? Yeah, that sounds fine. So we'll get the boys out. And then what I'm going to do is put a Fighting Energy on Hitmonchan. Yeah, Fighting Energy on Hitmonchan. Then a Ancient Booster Capsule. May as well poison them. I know they Ultra Balled for the Dunsparce, but we may as well get the extra chip damage in. So, Toxic Powder. May as well get some damage in. You know, even if it is just 10 damage. Then I will retreat into Budew. And then, yeah, just an Itchy Pollen. So yeah, ideally, if we had been playing things like maybe more nest balls or like just more ways in general to find Hitmonchan through items, then perhaps we could have donked them there with Crispin. But like, aside from that, this is still a pretty good start, so not complaining too much. And my opponent just concedes. Great.